And this, you're looking at it's a totally clean sheet of paper.
Well, good morning. We are standing here on Bellevue Avenue in Newport for the 4th annual Audrain Newport to Bristol Veteran Car Run, and I'm standing with my friend Steve Lang. Now, Steve, you are driving a 1904 Oldsmobile Curbed Dash.
Yes.
And there are 3 of those here today. I'm going to be driving another one that's owned by our collection, which I'm looking forward to. How did you get into this car in particular? But we'll come to it later, but I want to know about your cars and your passions. But how did you get into this car?
Well, this car was actually in the first veteran car tour 4 years ago. The owner's name was Herb Singh. And Herb has owned this car practically his whole life. It's been in his family. It was his father's car. This car has competed in over 100 different veteran car rallies.
Incredible.
It's been in London, it's been in Bermuda, it's been in Mexico, it's been in Cuba. It's actually crossed the United States 3 times.
And it's got the badges to prove it.
And I've never seen. And the heritage. It has a whole book with the history of the car. So we actually know everything about this car for 121 years.
Amazing.
So actually Herb drove it the first year, and then 3 years ago, and then Herb passed, and his family put the car up for auction at the Bonham's auction at the Veteran Car Tour 3 years ago.
Yes.
And it was sitting right in the center of the auction, and we were sitting in the auction, and I've always wanted to do this. I have other cars, much faster cars, but I always thought this would be fun, so it was sitting in the auction, and you know what they say about auction fever. Yeah. It was there, and I said, oh, let's just do this.
I've got a horrible feeling we may have encouraged you too.
Just a little bit.
We probably gave you a nudge.
And it was at the auction. It had been sitting for a year. We got it running for the race 3 years ago. I didn't finish, but last year I finished, and we'll go.
And I remember seeing your car. You were getting up quite a speed, and it was getting a little iffy around the corners.
Yeah. I think, 25 miles an hour in this car going around a bend, you can go up on 2 wheels. So.
Well, don't do that this year, please, please. Well, we've got a great turnout. I think the range of cars is fabulous. We've got some very enthusiastic people. And finally, we've got beautiful weather. So I think it's going to be a wonderful day.
I'm Ben Teradash. I'm a volunteer with the Audrain Automobile Museum, and with me today is Mr. Lilly.
I'm Bill Lilly.
Bill Lilly, who owns this magnificent Stanley CX behind us. I'm driving the 1909 Locomobile, and this is really a phenomenal little car. Restored by Mark Harmon out of Connecticut, who does extraordinary work with steam. And these early steam cars are absolutely wonderful, and you can see the transformation between horse carriage to car, and simply adding an engine to a horse carriage. And Mr. Lilly and I have been sharing stories. I've actually driven an all-original CX. This one's obviously completely restored in absolutely phenomenal condition. The boiler is right here under the seat, so you're actually sitting on top of it while you're driving. So if you watch closely in the back corner or right here, you'll see wisps of steam coming out because the boiler is right there. The drive is down here, encased in this absolutely beautiful copper work. And it's, Mr. Lilly, go ahead.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your car.
This is, it's a 1904. They made the CXs, I believe, for 2 or 3 years. This is a fairly rare car. There's only one other one in the US. There's 5 worldwide that are left. 2 are in Australia, 1's in New Zealand. And the 2 that we have in the US are both in Connecticut. It was found originally in 1970 by Carl Amesley in a barn in Pennsylvania, and he put it together, and it's been restored at least once prior to its most recent restoration. It's got an Ottaway burner, and it's a fun little car. It gets up and goes.
So a lot of people don't realize that at this period in history, Stanley had this long, skinny car that looked like an upside-down canoe with that engine in it. And they ran that down on the beach in Florida, and it was, I don't know, 120 something miles an hour. The Stanleys are very, very quick. They can be very, very quick, and they have all the torque in the world.
Yep.
And there's so many fascinating little things about it. This hose, for example, you know, this is a siphon hose. So you could pull up to a river and turn on the pump, and it would suck water up and put it into the reserve tank. I mean, it's absolutely fascinating. May I flip up the cover?
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
If you come in close here, you'll actually see there's the boiler. And it's lovely, toasty warm. And, you know, Stanleys look very complicated and they're very intimidating. And yes, they can be intimidating when you're not familiar with them. But after a little while, you start to realize there's only 7 moving parts on the whole bloody car. You know, you've got, the biggest thing is to always have water. You always got to have water. If you don't have water in it, it's a disaster waiting to happen. But as long as you've got plenty of water pressure, she's good. They'll run forever. I mean, it is really, really quite a fascinating car.
And this car, as you can see, has got a front seat, so it actually holds 4 adults, which is kind of amazing when you think about it. So this actually can collapse down, and it's we'll just put the fuel tank is right under here, which is, and then this guy closes up like so, and there you have it.
I mean, you look at this beautiful brass work and this beautiful paint job with all the original moldings that have been saved by Mr. Herman, Mark Herman, and you know, the beautiful flare, the solar flare light. I mean, it's just exquisite. The nickel work on the steering, it's just an absolutely lovely, lovely car. Oh, and the bicycle headlight, which you have to light separately of all your other lights, just to shine on the gauges so you can see what you're running. It's such a wonderful car. And this is the pièce de résistance. Oh yes. You can't do that on a white.
Sean, what are we driving?
We're driving a 1901 Winton. Trying to find the spot for fuel.
This is, I think you and I always outdo ourselves in our automotive experiences that we have. This is
very touchy with the fuel on this.
So you have your foot down there.
And I'm adjusting this lever, which is the fuel mixture essentially.
We were getting passed by a Prius.
There we go.
We just got passed by a Prius.
We're back. We're live.
Oh, we're back, baby. We're back. I mean, this is absolutely crazy. Driving a car 124 years old.
There we go.
And now that we're going downhill, we're going to start to cook a little bit. So what's it like to drive? I know you said you like the position of the steering wheel.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think, even having a steering wheel in this car is revolutionary. A lot of the cars from this period had tillers, like the curved dash, which is 3 years older than this car.
And there are three different curved dashes that are on this with us. Oh, see, so now this is what terrifies me.
What?
I'll go on the track on a motorcycle and do 200 miles an hour any day of the week. Going downhill with this is actually terrifying. What are the brakes like? I hope they work.
Takes a while to slow down.
So you have a foot brake.
Compared to, I have a foot brake, and then high gear, I can push this forward if needed, which I'm not going to because momentum's your friend.
Yep. I mean, we're moving. We're probably doing like 25 miles an hour right now going downhill.
Which feels like probably 200 miles an hour on your motorcycle.
It feels really fast, I'll tell you that. She pops a lot. Definitely pops a lot. So you're saying
there.
it has the fueling is really sensitive?
The fuel to air, super, I mean, like, not even a quarter of a turn.
So what are you doing with your left hand down there? You're adjusting
the fuel. Yeah, how much fuel is going in.
Okay, this is our opportunity to overtake these cars that overtook us. I believe in you, Sean. By the sound of the car, I don't know if the car believes in you.
I'm losing power.
Oh no, I'm gonna have to push this.
Hold on. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
We'll be good. Don't worry.
Okay, so what are you doing? Almost.
Yeah. This let me. Is that what it is? Call Hansford. Have him come help me.
Yeah, get a hammer, that float might not
Yeah.
unstick.
Thanks, Wayne. Appreciate it. Keep her going.
Well, you had the right person to come and help us.
Well, stuck float. No big deal. Get a hammer, hit it. Matter of fact, want me to hit it?
If you have
Do
one.
you have a hammer? That'd be great.
We got a stuck float.
Stuck float?
Yeah. How's it going?
Oh boy. Smell it.
Yeah.
Any tools or anything?
He's gonna hit it with a little hammer,
Here, Cheryl hammer.
and then he's gonna hit my head with it, and then we'll call it a day.
Just give it a whack. That's. Oh boy, yeah, we got okay, good try.
Let's see what happens. Now I'm gonna need fuel.
That's gonna go.
Yeah. Oh, it's Steve. Yeah.
Thanks, Wayne. Okay. The help has arrived. Oh boy, okay.
Little update is we got a little problem. The needle.
Well, let's.
It is putting fuel in it. Do you want me to
So
turn
what's
fuel
what's
on?
the exact problem?
The needle got stuck, so we were dumping fuel. That's why it was running way too rich. Now the spark plug is wet. All right, so our needle on our carburetor got stuck open, dumping fuel. If you're familiar with what happens there, you're getting way too much fuel versus a fuel air mixture. I think it must have happened when we were coming down that hill because we started to lose power, and Wayne Creaney was behind us, and he said fuel was just dumping out, and I was adjusting the fuel valve, and I was pretty much running all lean, but obviously that wasn't doing anything because the needle was stuck open. Flooded the engine, so at this point we're going to retire the 01 Linton, and maybe after lunch you'll find us driving something else on the way back. We'll see.
After driving through the heart of Bristol, Rhode Island, the drivers made their way to Blythewald Manor for a private lunch and to prepare their cars for the journey back to Newport.
We're here at the 2025 Audrain Veteran Car Tour. We're in Bristol, Rhode Island right now. We just came from Newport. I'm driving a 1916 Pierce Arrow Model 38 touring car that belongs to my grandson here, Connor. When Connor was 5 years old, he loved this car so much he gave it to him. And so we enjoy being together and going on this tour. It's a wonderful event. The Audrain puts on a wonderful and such an enjoyable tour and concours every year. So Connor's going to be the next generation of people that will enjoy the same type of hobby we've been enjoying my whole life, and hopefully it'll continue with his.
So we've traded the old car in for a new model. The Winton was a 1901, but this Ford's a 1907.
So we traded in. It's a little bit faster, obviously. Every year in that period is like, you know, much more advanced. The technology grows so rapidly. So yeah, we're driving our 1907 Ford Model S. We're currently going over the Mount Hope Bridge. We just had lunch in Bristol. The Winton actually ended up having an issue it's never had before, which was the valve, the atmospheric valve for the intake got stuck. Something gummed it up and it was just flooding the car, and we were actually able to fix it. And one of our mechanics is driving it back to the remainder of the route.
Look at this. I mean,
so yeah, we're on the bridge.
This view is just insane. One of the cars has created some traffic. And I'm not the biggest fan of heights. And this is, again, I bring up the motorcycle thing. I'll go over this on a bike, no problem, but in this, it's actually kind of terrifying. I'll be honest with you, I'm a little scared. I think we might lose our hats.
Well, yeah, this is one of, you know, this, even compared to the Winton, it's just amazing to see how certain things change in that short 5-6 years, just the steering position, everything. You know, it just feels more like, although it has a hand throttle, this is your throttle, you got your engine brake, your regular mechanical brake, and this is reversed. And then this is your throttle, so this is what controls your speed, and then your spark, and then there's two gears. There's a low gear and a high gear. We're currently in the high gear, because we're cooking a little bit.
It seems like compared to the Winton, this brakes better.
Yeah, like I said, you know, the brakes, it's still, you gotta really anticipate when you're gonna stop.
Yep.
But,
so you have two different pedals on the floor. Are those
engine brake, mechanical brake. The engine brake works better.
Really?
Yeah.
just a couple of normal cars sitting in traffic. Honestly, the best part about all of this is seeing how happy the old cars make people. If you're driving through here,
people either recognize them or they don't. That's
No,
the
I
funniest
know.
part. It's like you're like holy shit, or like don't even recognize, like don't even bat an eye. It's hilarious.
Well, if we were in like Ferraris and Lamborghinis, you'd have people like flipping us off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, you know, again, you just don't see these cars. You know, that's the biggest thing.
No. It's also like, you know, 1907, but you can still get it running and you can still have fun with it.
Yeah.
Whereas if it was a car from today and 100 years from now, who knows if it would even run properly, you know what I mean? Because of all the tech that's involved. It's just so cool that...
Yeah, I mean, it's just, these are so simple. People get so intimidated by them, like I was, but once you're like exposed to them,
and acclimated,
they're very simple things. Obviously, everyone's a little different than another, but
for sure,
they're very basic, right?
Let me get our directions up before I get us lost.
We're turning right here.
Before I get us lost again.
Don't worry, I got you.
Turn right at the gas station. Cook, baby, cook.
We're going on Ocean Ave.
Well, we are back, safe and sound, back at the Audrain Museum. It's been a spectacularly successful day today. We've had the best drives. Obviously, the weather has been fabulous to us today. It started out a little chilly, got very hot. We had a wonderful drive up to Bristol. The crowds in Bristol really enjoyed seeing the cars. Everywhere we went, I think people smiled, which is really what it's all about. And I drove for the first time the 1904 Curb Dash Oldsmobile, which was an experience with a tiller steering. I managed to make the whole trip. It's been a terrific day, and I think everybody who's been on it has enjoyed it. We've got a great range of cars. It's lovely to see Wayne Carini here today, who's been getting his fingers a little oily and helping people out along the route. And of course we had a fabulous stop at Blythewold Manor in Bristol where we had lunch, and what a treat it was to go there. And then the route back, which of course the most beautiful drive from Castle Hill all the way along Ocean Drive to the end, the far end of Bellevue Avenue, and then the treat to do that straight line. It's almost 2 miles straight back to the museum here where we're having a very nice reception. I think everybody has had a grand time, and I can't wait to do it all again next year, which I'm already thinking of a few different things to include, a different route maybe, all sorts of great ideas. But having it in the beginning of May with this gorgeous spring weather, I don't think there can be anywhere better.